And theme song. Alright, morning.
Absolute fire of a track.
Welcome to
Really
the
is.
late night edition, BTA podcast, episode 5.
I mean,
I
they
am,
always get it late at night.
yeah, but this is gonna be even later.
This is
Lachlan,
our
we're
hour
all
later,
late.
okay.
Yeah,
Because we all forgot.
we all forgot it was
I
Saturday.
remembered.
Lachlan
Good for you,
remembered, and
Lachlan.
he reminded me, and then I reminded everybody else. Anyways,
I
That's
just
how
had
it
a
works.
fill face.
I'm Ali, joined by Lachlan, Sharma,
Yo.
Dillon, and Kael.
Hey,
First things
Hello.
first, how's everybody doing?
Are we sending the KMB again?
Yes, please.
Let me see if I can. I don't think I have it. Someone else send it. I sent it last time.
We might have to start paying Kelly royalties for this picture. She's
I mean, we don't make any profit off of
We
it,
don't
so
make any money.
That's true.
I ate a whole bunch of barbecue just now,
I found
so
it.
still feeling like a 9.
I thought you said I ate, so I thought you were saying you went eat. That's what I heard. But yeah, feeling solid. I feel a solid 8, I think. Feeling pretty good.
I would also say an 8, to be honest.
I would also say an 8.
Or like
Please,
a
okay.
5, somewhere between 5 and 8.
Somewhere between 5 and 8. That's 4 whole
I
numbers.
believe that's how big.
That's 6.5.
Yes. It's like
Really?
the energy, though, from 5 and 8, though. It's the peace sign for me.
The duality of Kelly.
Yeah.
Lord, what did you say you were?
7.
Nice. Alright, to start things off, we have, instead of today's day in history, we have today's day in Barbados. Because Lachlan said a bunch of stuff happened in Barbados this week, so we'll pass it
Yeah.
off to him so he can tell
So, yeah, it's been a big week in Barbados. I'm sure
Lachlan.
people have been on Twitter to like see hi Kael. But yeah, I'm sure people have been in Barbados. Like people who've been on like Twitter have like probably seen like all of the developments and stuff because a lot of news has come out of Barbados. I'm not like that into like politics or anything, so I can't say that I am like fully well versed in everything. But there's three main like government regulations. The first one is about marijuana because we still have criminalized marijuana. So they made a law which I believe makes it so that like if you have a tiny bit on you, like it's less, like it's not as much of a charge. I believe that's the rule. That like if you only have like a small amount, they will not charge you. Or if you have like below a certain amount, they will not charge you, which is I think is a step in the right direction. A lot of people have misunderstood this and said that Barbados has decriminalized marijuana. That is not the case yet. I'm pretty sure that we are hopefully moving towards that direction because it's kind of strange that in 2020 we're still locking people up for weed. But that's one thing. The next two things, however, are like the two biggest ones. The first one that, of course, has a lot of people feeling controversial opinions is that they have finally passed a law to recognize same-sex unions in Barbados. So that's like a thing. To be honest, that's not really something as much as I feel like it's something I should feel strongly about. It's more of like a thing where it's like, yeah, that's good. I'm happy that people are like getting what they want. Like, you know, I don't know how to like say that properly.
No, that's not what
It's
Kael
like,
put in
yeah.
the chat.
It's
Sorry.
fine, man.
Oh.
Please continue, I'm sorry.
Slightly legal.
Slightly. But yeah, they finally decided to like start recognizing like same-sex unions in Barbados, which is like a good thing. But like I would say a lot of the kind of like rules in Barbados and like views on this especially come from the fact that a large majority of Barbados's population is like a relatively well-aged population. Like we have a large percentage of Barbadians now are really old. We have like a lot of really old people. Like we have quite a few people over the age of 100 and whatnot.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's old.
Yeah, and of course, like so, like, we have like a large population of people who are like say born like before independence or like anything like that, and we have so many like people who are of course grew up in the older generation, and as a result hold those older views. So I think like a lot of the changes that have kind of been coming out are more for the younger people. I think
The next generation.
because Yeah, the next generation, which I find because like again like the marijuana thing and the gay marriage thing, you see a lot of that coming from mainly like the older generation who doesn't fully understand these things and who of course like has very like static and conservative views. But it's a lot of like the younger generation because like you see if you were to like go on Twitter, most of like the younger people that I like, most of the younger Bayesians I know and most of the younger people I interact with are generally pretty happy about this news. Everyone is like celebrating and being like, okay, yeah, we're happy that there's more rights for the LGBTQ plus community because everyone's been like there was a certain radio show that's like usually used to discuss political issues. I know like everyone was excited to listen to it because of course when something like this gets passed for a show where Bayesians like kind of call in all the time and discuss it. So like of course like with gay marriage it's gonna be like a big deal. And from what I heard in the reactions I saw, all it was just literally like bigoted and like older Bayesians like kind of just coming in basically being like, oh, I don't like this law being passed because of this reason, usually because of religious reasons. And then apparently they were just like getting joked up for like no reason. But like, yeah, it was like it's a good thing. It's of course we're moving forward. We're trying to be more inclusive, of course, to people around the world because like I won't act like Barbados and like the Caribbean on the whole are kind of like homophobic. They're quite homophobic at times. So it's
Very
nice that
conservative.
Yes. So like being able to like I said, it's the younger people who I find are like generally because they're more plugged into the world, they're feeling a bit more liberal. And now of course they're like it's especially since like the LGBT community in Barbados does exist and has become more vocal recently. So now we're doing a lot more to like provide for like the younger people so that they can feel like they have a voice and feel like they have something and feel like they move forward. And I think that's a good thing. The last bit of news to that same is kind of to that same effect as being for the younger generation, even though I think like it's the one bit of news that I think everyone agrees is a universal good thing. And I mainly want to bring this up to you guys because of course this has happened with Trinidad already. But it's the announcement that Barbados is finally going to become a republic, and we're finally
Oh my
dropping the
God.
Queen as our head of state.
What?
Yeah. Did you guys not see this?
No, I don't care about
It's been like all of.
We don't
Okay,
watch
damn.
Barbados
I'm
episodes.
sorry.
Okay. But yeah, Mia Motley came out this. Yeah. Mia Motley came out this week, and she basically said, yeah, that there's plans to remove the Queen as the head of state for the plans to do it by next independence in 2021. And yeah, they're just setting things in place. Mia Motley's been doing like interviews and stuff all week, basically saying that like her overarching view is, of course, like I said, it's for the children. She wants to create a country where a Barbadian child can grow up and basically become the leader of the country and become the head of state. And it's like, yeah, it's like for that reason, I kind of wanted Amira to be here because I know Amira. I've seen Amira like interacting with some of the people I interact with, so I know for sure that like she knows about this. But like, yeah, it's like you see a lot of like angry British people were like on Twitter for no good reason because I will say this because I have family members who of course live in the UK and I've been there quite a few times. I've interacted with British people sometimes. British people are basically the US of Europe.
White people.
Right? Yeah. But like it's like the amount of pride that they have and it's kind of just like them yelling into the void about how great they are because great is in the title of the country or like whatever. But yeah, but like a lot of them also don't seem to like fully understand, I guess, what's going on. Because from the takes that I saw coming out of like actual British people, they seem to think that we're now getting independence when we've had independence for coming up on 54 years in December. And it's literally just like the Queen being the head of state has just been symbolic. We don't get anything from the UK at all. We've been on our own for ages. And there's still people who are like, oh yeah, don't come back and ask for handouts. We won't. We haven't been doing that for over 50 years. We've been governing ourselves just fine. We've been doing everything just fine. Literally, the Queen gives us nothing. Well, like, yeah, the Queen basically gives us nothing. So being able to like, fully kind of take the country back in our own hands is a good thing. And yeah, that kind of wraps up all of the major news coming out of Barbados this week.
Nice. As that
Yeah.
last one especially is incredible.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
because it's been a long time coming. It's something that I think they said they wanted to do from like the time we got independence, but for reasons they just decided not to do it. And then I think the last government we had talked about doing it, but they weren't necessarily the most competent government and stuff. They've been taught to do it for a while, and now that we're actually doing it, it's a good thing.
Nice.
Nice.
Thank you, Sharma, for that moral. Yes.
I could take a moment to say that I want Lachlan to be my lecturer because I would listen wholly. Like, holy shit.
And by Lachlan is such a good orator.
Like, I was gonna
Thank
say like news reporter, but like no, but like if he's my lecturer, I would take notes wholly, bro. I don't
Lachlan, you
know.
should become a weatherman.
Maybe meteorology. I could do that. I've never thought about that. Actually,
Yeah, you should
that's
do
a good
that.
career path.
Meteorology, geology, discography, Discovery Channel.
Discography.
I think. All right,
I
yeah.
just
Yeah,
Save it for the
my
eventual
mixtape's so
BTA
fire for
mixtape.
setting climate. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. A lot to think about. But yeah, any thoughts from like you guys? Because especially since you guys have been in Republic for a while, I feel like.
One
It
of the
really,
one of the
it really affected.
I don't think we really, because we
Yeah.
just grew up
Yeah.
being in a republic.
Oh.
So it's
Yeah.
kind of
If I
like,
could say some,
that's
we learned in history and Caribbean studies that in order to become a republic, we had to do a lot to show that we could govern ourselves and that we were self-sufficient. And that period of time was one of the most, intense in terms of development for Trinidad and Tobago. And
Right.
Yeah.
Barbados has been doing that for a while now on their own, and to finally be able to say that they're moving towards republic status as an incredible landmark. So, congratulations to Barbados.
Thank you.
Trinidad
Thank you.
can't
Unlike
say
what?
that.
Yeah.
Trinidad can't say that they're still doing it because
Yeah, we still, we
Yeah.
have a long ways to go, but we're getting there, step at a time.
Unlike another thing that makes me happy is like one of the biggest things I've seen said since Barbados has decided to do this is that people are talking about, oh, will Jamaica be next? Because with how much Jamaica brags about being the center of the Caribbean, the fact that they're one of like the countries that haven't done this yet, kind of surprising. There was also this random man on Twitter who was like, oh, Barbados, now that Barbados is doing it, they're going to become a shithole like Jamaica, which confused me because, for one, I don't think it's right to call Jamaica of any island a shithole, and two, they seem to think that Jamaica and Barbados both, like Jamaica got independence but Barbados didn't, or something, when we're the ones that are making this move before Jamaica is. It's like I said, British people are dumb.
Yeah, they don't seem to understand what the difference is.
Hi,
Yeah,
I'm
they don't.
British. I'm Caucasian.
Yeah, but it's fine. It's fine. We don't need them. We're moving on. We still have good relationships with the Queen. Everything is good.
Alright. So, yeah, everybody ready to move on then?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah.
Go straight into the weekly movie roundup. This week, and by extension, the week before that, we watched Star Wars Episode 5. And then me and Sharma watched the new Phineas and Ferb movie.
Which I hate y'all
we
for.
did.
Yeah, and
The
apparently
new
everybody else
Phineas
wanted
and
to
Ferb
see
And
it.
did not tell anyone.
I didn't
I-
realize. I
There
forgot.
were other people. There were other people in the call, by the way, when we were deciding what movie to watch.
Okay,
But yeah,
not
Dillon, you
us.
were
When we were
there.
going to watch it.
It
No,
was
I
either.
don't want to
Kael
watch
was
that
there.
trash.
Okay, I forgot who was there. I think
Right.
it might have been Rajiv and Meet. It was either Rajiv and Dillon. But
I
they all
went
were
to
there.
sleep early.
People were there.
I wasn't there.
I was there. I hear you talking about it. I just didn't want to watch.
What the hell?
I know where Kael come from.
I was sleeping. No,
What
hey,
good?
Well,
Go back to
your
sleep.
fault.
speaking of that, I realized something. Me and Nikolai just go to sleep and wake up almost
sorry,
around the
sweet.
same time.
Oh boy.
And we just see Ali online. We just come in the call and we be like, yeah, good morning, fellas. And Ali would be like, I went up for 16 hours. Do not talk to me.
That's not what I
I'd be
say.
like, God.
But like, I just worked through the night. That's all.
Yeah.
That's literally it. I wake
Yeah,
up in the
that's
middle of the
what-
day
that's what he
and the
does.
afternoon, and I work through the night, and I go to sleep as the sun rises.
That is
Yeah,
correct.
Lachlan would know.
Very nice.
I do know.
Yeah, that's what I was doing for like the entirety of winter semester. So,
Basically,
Anyways.
yes. That was a fun time.
um, yeah, Star Wars Episode 5. Sharma, as someone who was very engaged with the movie and absolutely remembers every single detail that happened, please go ahead and describe to us the plot of Star Wars Episode 5.
I was not absolutely engaged in the
Default.
movie.
If you
And
get
I
this
was
wrong,
not-
Star Wars fans will be very mad at you.
Yeah,
Well, then be mad at me.
if you
Be
get
mad at
wrong,
me.
you're never
Comment
allowed on the
his fault.
podcast ever again. We're kicking you out the server.
Anjani
All
Sharma.
I remember and all I felt was that episode 5 was better than episode 4, but Ali was like, he don't think so.
I don't
And
think so,
then
yeah.
That's the one when that Vader was like, "As your father," and then that's all I remember.
No.
That's all I remember.
It was
So
also.
So
spoiler
yeah.
one and nothing, guys.
What?
But you have not seen Star Wars Episode 5? It's been out since the 1980s.
I have never watched any Star Wars ever.
No spoilers.
So why you never
Yeah.
joined Ali
No, I
and
don't
I
care.
when
Go
we
ahead.
started?
No, I
Well,
don't want to.
Alright.
I don't want to.
Alright. This is also the episode that introduced Yoda.
Oh yeah, big
Oh,
up
that
Yoda.
is true.
Yeah.
That is
I feel
correct.
like
That
Yoda's
tiny
such a
green
major
man.
character, and like he didn't show up until the second movie. So that was interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I did not know that.
At the
He
end,
was
Han
sleeping.
Solo. He just like wasn't a thing until episode 2. Well, episode 5. So
It's like we need little green man. It would be
yeah.
a space movie without little green man.
Little
Yeah,
green
why
man
not?
who speaks backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And also, this
Yoda just
is
says what he
at
wants.
the end. This is the one where Han Solo gets frozen in carbonite, and that's gonna be a big plot point in the
Ooh.
next movie. And also, there's another major thing that happened. Oh, the bounty hunter, Boba
Boba.
Fett.
Boba
Yeah,
Fett.
Mandalorian.
Boba T.
Oh,
Boba Fett.
never
Yeah,
mind.
Dog the bounty hunter.
Very interesting.
yes.
With that blonde guy who was the bounty hunter, was he name?
Dog the bounty hunter.
Yeah, that one. That was a great show.
He used to remind me of Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, he really did.
What you gonna do when Hulkamania runs wild on you, brother?
Draw a picture of him in the chat kill.
Hulk Hogan,
Hulk Hogan?
we're coming for you.
No. Dog the
Hulk
bounty
Hogan
hunter.
didn't have a reality show on like
Yes,
Yes, he
VH1
did.
he
or something?
did. He did. It was so weird.
I forget which
I think-
one. I forget what his
There
name
was
is.
something with Dog the Bounty Hunter. I think he like married his first cousin or something. It was
Oh,
it was
wow.
very strange. We could talk about
Yeah.
it next week.
Sure.
We-
Yeah.
we'll-
Phineas and Ferb movie.
Okay, question. Do you all wanna watch that? Because I'll put it on again.
yes.
Okay.
Spoilers,
You know what?
Sure.
no
Yeah.
spoilers.
We'll skip talking about
Alright,
Phineas and
we'll
Ferb then,
skip.
and we'll watch it.
Everybody will be able to contribute next time.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
Right.
That's
Yes.
Well,
that's
it
on the agenda.
depends. It depends because I'll go to sleep early.
We'll try and do it in the middle of the day then. Special, you know.
No, because
Okay.
I work in the middle of the day.
What? You get a job?
Whoa! He
Yeah, I
got
get a job.
hired.
Hey,
Congratulations.
big up KL. Big up this man.
Yeah, luck.
We love this
Got
man.
Stop being a waste of space in society, you know.
What they say about the
to you,
shirt?
boy.
What they
Okay,
say
Yeah.
about the
wow.
shirt?
Alright.
Dog,
Am I wrong?
literally, I went in the
Nope.
office and the woman was like, "So what you dressed up for? There's not some big fancy job." I come home and I get vexed at my mother and my sister because both of them make me change my
No,
shirt.
just for the job that you want, not
Just
the
for
job
the
that you have.
Yes. Go to
should
construction
always
work in a
dress,
suit
you
because
know.
that's what you want.
No, like I remember, like when I applied to Domino's, I went in a suit and tie, and I got complimented on that.
Nice.
Good for you.
I guess like the lady at the office just thought you were ugly. I don't know.
I was wearing a
Wow.
mask. She couldn't see my face.
She saw enough.
Wow. She see my cookie eye and she was like, "Oh."
But yes, congratulations, KL. It's a
Yeah,
it's a landmark
big up
achievement being able to find work in the global pandemic. So very proud of you.
18 jobs I applied. Well, I didn't apply to this one.
Oh wow.
Thank you,
Nepotism.
Yeah, I was
Yep.
not gonna say that. Yeah.
Nepotism comes through.
Nepotism.
I have applied for
I-
12 jobs so far. Lachlan, how many have you applied for?
I haven't applied yet.
Lachlan.
Oh my god, the
I
deadline
know.
is Tuesday, Lachlan.
I know I was supposed to do it today, but then I forgot I had to go out today, so it didn't.
I've been doing like 6 every morning, like after like peak productivity hours, 4 a.m. and onwards. I just like
Yeah.
sit out and write out cover letters.
Mhm.
Guess how many
That's
Nalini
really
sent
said
out?
pump over work.
Because I asked
How
the
many
lady about
did you
this.
send?
30.
How many?
3.
Oh god.
Yeah. I was like, there's
She-
no way Nalini submitted more
my
than
God.
12, right? Like, I surely have sent
Too
more.
funny for a job, dog.
Sent out 30. She has been working overtime. She has to get hired.
Hopefully, yeah.
Unless
yeah,
it's
shout
all
out
just the
Nalini.
same person
Shout
and they
Nalini.
just keep seeing Nalini resume over and over again.
That was something I was worried about. I don't know if I mentioned it, but like there are jobs that list multiple positions at the same company with the same
Mhm.
office. So if I apply to both using like a cover letter and I only change, like one thing in between them, will they notice? And then I realize like I don't care, I'll just send
Probably.
them anyways. If they notice, they
Yeah.
notice. I don't care. So yeah.
It'll be a
Yeah.
good icebreaker.
Yeah.
So tell us, like, why did you send us 9 copies of the exact same thing? And
Yeah.
Oh, well, you see.
yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be a very interesting interview if I do happen to get that. So
Yo,
Yes.
you know what, Ali, you should be a writer, and then Lachlan should read whatever you write.
Okay, that's a plan.
That's
you know
the
what we
plan.
need? We need an
Hmm,
art
let's
company.
record the audiobook.
We need an art
Mhm.
company that
Dillon.
Okay, no, we're moving on. We're
Dillon.
moving on.
What?
I would just like to point out that I did actually watch a movie this week.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Oh,
Talk about it. What movie?
It is called The Devil something.
The
The
Devil Wears
Devil
Prada?
Around Us.
Oh.
No, it's a new one that came out like this week.
Devil inside
It's
the
like
Slipknot.
the one that
No.
has Tom Holland. Oh my god. Okay, it's the one that has like Tom Holland and Robert Pattinson and like Bill Skarsgård, and it's on Netflix, and it's like everyone wearing Southern accents,
Never heard of
and
it.
it's a Netflix movie, and it's the epitome of just like it's just a movie that's like it's really competently written. Like the writing's good, the acting's good. It's just the plot is it's just nothing really happens. Like it's basically like the whole part is that point is that like you're watching like certain people between like it starts off in the 50s, in the 40s, then it goes into the 50s, and then it kind of ends off around like the 70s, I think. And it's like you're watching basically like, a bunch of characters whose lives are like supposed to intertwine, and stuff. But like majority of the movie is just about Tom Holland and like the things that Tom life, and then, like they kind of have like a
Oh,
few
jeez. You
characters
say
that
that?
just
We
like
go back.
in it.
He cuts out a little bit. Okay. Is he doing that for anybody else?
Oh,
Hello?
Hello.
Okay, yeah, that's Discord's fault. Discord is just wonking out.
They was doing that last night too.
Everybody else here? Sharma?
Yes,
Yeah.
I came back.
Okay, it just happened to Lachlan.
No.
Lachlan!
right, sorry.
Discord just
Minor
decided, you know what?
technical difficulties.
Yeah, time
Discord
to.
was like,
But yeah,
Dylan? Do
it
we have
was like
Dylan still?
Yeah.
Dylan. Yeah, we have Dylan. We
I
have
think
Dylan.
I think Discord itself just lag out.
Yeah, that was super shit.
Yeah, but like, yeah, it was like we had all these characters that are introduced, but most of them are just like we're gonna introduce them so that they can affect Tom Holland later, or like affect these other characters in Tom Holland's life later. Like it was decent. The performances were good. If you don't mind, like two British actors just doing really strong Southern accents.
Oh yeah, Amber Ash.
Yeah, it's the epitome. Yeah, it's the epitome of just it's a movie where characters just like do things. It's really well acted. Like you can tell, like all the scenes are like well written and stuff. It's just it didn't really like grab me in any way. It was just a movie. I also watched 10 minutes of The Hobbit, or like half an hour of The Hobbit, the second one.
Nice. I don't know what you want us to do with like 10 minutes of the Hobbit, Lachlan.
Nothing. I wasn't paying attention.
They had that
The Hobbit is a
actor
good movie.
James McAvoy.
Okay.
No. Elijah
No.
Wood. No.
Elijah Wood.
No.
That was Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Anyway, I think, that's enough movie rounding up. Last week,
Yes.
me and Lachlan, we talked about our first week of school because it was our first week of school. But now, Sharma and Dillon, your first week
Oh,
of
no.
school has finished. So, give us,
How was that?
yeah, online school. How's it going first week? Go
How
ahead.
were your lectures?
Not good.
Well,
My
okay.
lectures,
Dylan. Yeah, okay, go ahead.
my lectures was hashtag great because I have this one lecturer who keep using hashtags every single time.
Ooh.
What do you mean? Give us an
He, like,
example.
he zoom into the slide, right? But like he zoomed into the slide on his screen, right? So none of us see it zoom, right? And then he was like, hashtag boom zoom, and I was like, no way. And now every time he zoom into the slide, none of us seeing it, but like he just saying that he's zooming, and everybody in the chat is just like boom zoom. It was so great. And then Evo Bio is fun because it's very interesting and I enjoy it. My teacher is a very nice lady. She's cool. And the rest of them kind of just lackluster. There's nothing really to talk about. They're chill, they're normal, nothing wrong with them. But Sharma, how was your Caribbean Civ tutorial?
Wow, Kevin, tutorial was really a surreal experience. We all know about it. We all attended the same class.
Basically,
Hey,
Can't
those who.
relate.
Well,
don't say that in the podcast.
What do you mean? To say what?
Don't say
okay,
that we stealing
we not
education.
you the one that's
Oh
saying that, by the
yeah.
way. You're the
Okay,
one
I
that's saying
gained nothing from that.
Okay, what happened was they have a very passionate lecturer for their Caribbean Civ
Very
tutorial.
passionate.
That's
Very
Rajiv,
passionate.
Meet, and
We also
Sharma.
have a we also have one specific very passionate student
No, we're
as
not talking about the
well.
students. We're not
Oh,
talking about the students, right? We're barely going to talk about the lecturer, but basically,
Fine.
the lecturer's microphone was very.
Hey,
What? The lecturer's
that's the
microphone was very
lecturer.
not good, and combine that with her very over the top presenting
Ah,
style, it presented a very
yeah.
interesting experience.
Bro, she was in your air holes.
She was. She was. I
One
lost
was
my mind.
screaming in your
Yeah,
ears.
yeah. It was
I
cool.
was
But
only there
other
for like
than
10 minutes and I suffered.
Well,
I
one
was
yeah,
there
was
for like a half
pissing and
hour.
yeah.
screaming and
I
coming
was
in
there
your ears.
for a
Oh,
while.
God.
It was
Shout
very
out to
intense.
Rajiv though. Rajiv got shout out lots of times. Proud of him.
He was, he's doing great in our chat,
Yeah,
Yeah,
putting up
Rajiv is
Joey
special.
Chestnut
G.
numbers.
Yeah, yeah. Other than Karen Civ, the rest of my courses are going okay. Um,
Okay.
all my courses are just final year courses, so I kind of catching maths, but everything is fine. I had to deal with it. We good. We live.
Yeah, Shaman, yeah, truly, she's smart. She skip a year.
I wish. Okay. Yeah.
That's funny.
Kael. So Kael, how
That's
was
super
your
funny.
job interview? I'm talking
Oh,
about school. I mean, we're talking about work too, I guess.
all right. So, like, the lady was like, okay, you're coming in Monday, 8 o'clock. I say, cool, fine. That's all right. She say, when you come in, you gotta clock your card. And she showed me how to clock the card. And she was like, you'll get your card 12 o'clock Monday. I was like, okay. So you want me coming to work, do the work from 8 to 12 and clock in after? And she was like, yeah, but you also have to clock in 8 o'clock. I was like, something wrong. Something is wrong.
The
I
math,
didn't,
not maths.
I didn't, I didn't tell her something was wrong, but something was wrong. I
I
feel like
I feel I feel Matt 1115, but something wrong.
hey, me too.
No, I didn't. I was speaking from your perspective here.
Oh, oh,
Oh, you
Nobody
had
is
to do him
actually
like
saying one
that.
on one five. Sorry about that,
You
Josh.
did. Yeah, sorry, kid.
Yeah, rest in peace.
okay.
It's funny because he went to all the classes and I didn't.
Yeah.
We're about halfway through, so
Whatever.
yeah, drink break time.
Oh, I forgot
I
my
drink
water.
it the whole time. What were we drinking?
Everyone take a sip of water.
I
I'm
had
I took
gin
my
drinking
water and I left
monoxide.
it.
Oh, we.
water.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
We drinking.
Yeah,
Don't
I
stop
thought
Yeah.
being
I thought we was drinking
alcoholic.
something else. I drink it. I drink it. I finished it last night.
Stop being such an alcoholic.
And that,
you're
the
just
Are you
gonna
alcohol
run
such
with
was
a
this
on side.
hashtag thing. Oh god.
Dylan is a hashtag coolie earlier.
Hashtag boom zoom.
Oh wait, that's
Tacos.
a racial slur. I can't say that.
Was a.
Coolie.
You say thank you.
Anyways, next up.
Meat!
What?
You're drinking up
Sorry,
water.
continue.
All right. Yeah. So I asked you guys to prepare this ahead of time, but I don't think you needed much time. So we're
No.
gonna go down the line.
Chestnut?
What?
That Dewey Chestnut?
That's Joey Chestnut, the
We
goat, the glizzy gladiator. But
Was
yeah,
a gladiator.
gonna go down the line. Everybody's gonna give their food go to Subway order. Lachlan, go ahead.
Mine is a spicy Italian, but then in Canada, some people don't know what it is because it's on the not on the menu there. So sometimes I get to order a spicy Italian, and sometimes it has to be an Italian BMT with no ham because it's basically the same
BMT?
thing.
Big man
Mantic?
talk.
Uh,
Yeah, what's a PMT?
um,
That's bacon.
BMT is it's no bacon. I can't remember what BMT stands for, but it's like
bread.
salami, It's salami, pepperoni, and I think something else.
Bread,
then-
meat,
no,
tomato.
Yeah. Yes, actually. It's like but it's like salami, pepperoni, and I think ham. And I think there's something else in there as well. But then the spicy Italian is just that, but without the ham.
mystery.
And then
Mystery.
whenever I went to Subway on campus, I would go order a spicy Italian, and then people were just like, "What is that?" And then because of that, I started ordering an Italian BMT with no ham because I'm just like, "Oh, they just don't have spicy Italians up here." But then I ordered that, and someone's like, "Oh, so you just want a spicy Italian?" So I'm like, "Oh, you do have the spicy Italians here." And now I just, it's like literally like a roll of the dice. I remember like one of the last times I went to Subway, it was like really shitty because like I ordered spicy Italian and they didn't know what a spicy Italian was, and like also everyone there was a trainee, so like they cut my bread really shittily, and like it took too long, and it was just a mess. That was not a good day.
Nice.
Subway Canada, pick up your slack.
It's just a
So
Subway at the
called.
university.
But
We
like,
don't
what
It's like
want
toppings
at the
though?
university.
Lachlan starving.
Oh,
What
yeah.
toppings?
So like, I usually just get like lettuce, tomato, onions, and then I get pickles on half. And the reason I get pickles on half is that I can never remember whether or not I like it with pickles.
Yeah, I
So I
understand
get
that
pickles and I
fully.
put it on half.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I'm like,
the
oh,
reason.
sometimes, yeah.
Hold on.
Mhm.
What do you mean?
What?
What?
I
How do you
understand
forget if you
exactly
like
what he
pickles?
means.
How do you
Just
forget if
don't
you like
get it
pickles or
with
not?
That does
pickles.
not
It's
make
like-
it better.
I start putting the sandwich together, and I'm just like, wait, do I usually prefer the sandwich with pickles or without pickles?
You'll never
I'll
know
just
if you
have
keep
one.
asking for like
Yeah,
half pickles.
Yeah, so then I get it. I'm like, okay, this is the side I like best. And I think I like it better without the pickles, but then I forget. So I'm just like, I'm just going to order the same thing again next time. And I get it that way each
Wait.
time without fail.
There's no way.
Nope, every time.
But when you're a special case.
I am.
Anyways,
And
alright.
also usually like chipotle mayo again if we're talking about like,
Yeah,
yeah.
sauce and stuff. Alright.
Yeah, like chipotle mayo and like, I can't remember what else I get, but I get other things.
Oh my
Alright. Sharma, what's your order?
God. It depends on the day, but most of the time it's either like sriracha chicken or teriyaki chicken on any bread matter to me. And but sometimes I feel for like a lot of meat and then I just eat steak and cheese and then bread. It's fine.
How many toppings?
Everything except tomatoes and
You put a
must
whole
have
salad on
pineapple.
your sandwich, girl. Oh god.
Everything
No.
except tomatoes. It's literally just sweet pepper, lettuce, onion, cucumber, and pineapples.
The whole garden.
Yes.
Yes.
But
That's us.
if I say this, I'm gonna get judged. We're gonna say it anyways. I open up my sandwich, I eat all the vegetables and stuff first, and then I close it back and eat bread and meat.
Nah, nah,
Sarah,
nah,
what?
nah.
Sarah, what?
She like that meat
Yeah.
fella.
Why?
Okay,
Yeah, we're moving
I
on. Ali was
I'll
yours.
do mine last
I
because
need
I'm
an
multiple.
explanation.
But like, can I just say I absolutely regret making this a topic because I thought this would be normal and tame. You're talking about like pickles on half because you can't remember which side. And it's
Pickles
like,
on half is not as bad as eating out like the vegetables from your salad before you eat the rest.
Yeah, but look where you come to talk about it. We expect everybody in here to degenerate.
yeah, Dillon, you go
Yeah.
ahead.
You too.
I'll do mine last.
I like either just the plain Subway milk or the meatball marinara. And for veggies, I same as Sharma's get everything except tomatoes. And
Use the
for
pineapples too.
no, nothing
Then
extra.
then it's not the same as Sharma, bitch.
Well then, shut up.
Oh
I got
god,
to.
both
And
of these
then
two
um,
clowns, my oh god.
and then for sauces is everything white.
That's
I don't know how else to
Right.
say it.
I was waiting for you
Right.
to say
Oh,
something like you saw
Give
like
me,
motor oil on your
give
sandwich or
me
something
all
like.
the white sauces. I
We
want
moving
all
on.
the white.
We're
Hold on,
moving
my
on.
sauces is just garlic, shadbeni, and olive oil.
You're not making it better, Sharma.
Guys, I find that's a good combination, personally.
Fast salad, yeah.
It's basically salad and bread and chicken is what I eat.
Okay, why
It's
don't
true.
order the salad then? If you want a
Because
salad.
Yeah.
I also want bread.
You're getting the bread either way is Subway.
You
Just
don't
No,
get
you're
get
not with
bread
the
with
salad.
salad. You don't
Yeah.
get bread
Get the
with
bread
salad.
separate.
They don't sell bread separate.
Just
You can
walking
Why they
on a
don't
literally
celebrate?
salad
ask,
loaf.
Good,
walk
good
in,
question. New
ask for
topic.
a
Why they don't
wheat.
celebrate separate?
Dog, all you have to do is just ask for a wheat and nothing else.
You wouldn't get that. You
They're
would
not
have to
gonna
pay
give
the
you
full
that.
price
You could,
of a
dog,
Subway. You will not get it for the price of the bread alone. They don't do
Yeah,
that.
they're not gonna do that.
It's not a bakery. It's a sandwich shop.
well then go on
But I
a
mean, then
bakery
again,
and get
then again, we get them to make
The cookie
bread
Right.
and cookie
sandwich.
At the
sandwich.
end of the day, though,
Yeah.
that was a sandwich, and he bought it for the entire $30. He didn't pay for 3 cookies and the bread. He paid for an entire sandwich. They don't sell the
Yeah.
bread separate.
This is a
LTU,
disaster.
LTU.
Kael, go
That's
ahead.
a
What's
great.
your
Yeah,
order?
I eat it. I eat
Right.
half of it.
I just got roasted chicken on is not Parmesan oregano, is it bread?
Oh
Garlic?
yeah, I forgot about the bread.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I also forgot the bread.
It's not garlic, is it
Parmesan
New York?
oregano, I spy.
yeah, is roasted chicken on Parmesan oregano, and then I just have lettuce, tomatoes, onions, and I asked them to do toasties, and I split toasties in the bread with the sandwich. It's be real good. And then for sauces, it's be ketchup, garlic, barbecue, and that's it.
Nice. See, simple, guys. That's always do it.
Simple, effective.
That is not very
Hey,
simple if you put
shut
in
up.
toasties inside the sandwich. You
Yes,
Yeah.
it
chicken
Oh wait,
is.
yeah,
favorite.
okay, yeah. I didn't
You
realize that
open up
part.
the
Never mind.
sandwich.
Never
You
mind,
open
Kael.
up the
You got
sandwich
tricked.
and eat the vegetables.
You open up the sandwich to put the
Why are you
toasties.
eating out the sandwich, Sharma? Just eat the sandwich.
This
Just
is
eat it all at
Oh,
once.
it's an actual trash fire. I hate this so
No.
She practicing.
Shama, you just use a
Yeah.
fork. You just use a fork or like a spoon or something.
I use my fingers.
You just use your.
Ooh,
Oh my god.
mouse and fingers, guys. Sharma knew what
Oh
she's
my.
doing.
Oh, you know apple bobbing, right? Where they just get a barrel
Yeah.
full of apples and water. That I feel like that's what Shama do. She just lays she subway on the table, spread it out open, and then she just like dive in.
That is not y'all. Anyways, Ali was your subway order, please.
I don't
She
even want to
when she
give
had her,
mine anymore. Like, what the hell happened there? What
It
happened?
can't be as bad as Sharma's.
No, like
No,
mine is
it's not
normal.
bad.
I just go to Subway and get a
Nah, I just
sandwich.
waited for. I just
I
waited
also
for
go
Ali
to
to
Subway
tell
and get a
me.
sandwich.
I
that's
waited for
all
Ali
of
to
us
tell me.
except
He just
Shama.
asked them for meat. Like he just asks for meat and tell him double meat and then double it again. I just sit down there and eat meat.
Nah,
Yeah,
okay.
it's a quad meat.
Like, I can't follow this up. I just have normal sandwich orders. Like, that's what I was expecting coming into this. But all y'all are just weird people.
I feel like
I
my
have
sandwich order is really
My
normal.
sandwich order is normal, just my
no,
method
no,
of
No,
no,
it's
making
no.
is
not.
not.
What your order is normal. What you do with it is not.
Alright, Mr. Half
Shama,
Pickles. Okay.
Freak.
Okay, that's
I-
fine. That's
Oh.
perfectly normal.
No,
That
it's
is not
not.
You know
normal.
Sometimes
what?
you want half your sandwich with pickles.
Everybody,
Sometimes you.
literally everybody in this call right now kink shaming while telling each other the kinks. Like, come now,
I'm
please stop it.
vanilla though.
It's
Those
I'm
barely a
poor
kink.
burgers.
That's
Like,
not even what we.
Yeah.
Nah,
That's
you're
the
not
topic.
you're not vanilla, bro. You just put your hash browns in your sandwich.
Yes, it just tastes good. I'm told you, man, dog.
Yeah.
those poor
Sometimes you want
workers, like,
pickles. Sometimes you don't. Then you have them
every
both at
time
the same time.
Lachlan, like, walks into the store, they think he's just gonna split the sandwich with someone. And no, it's just him being too
What does
doctor
it matter to
he
them?
likes pickles on that.
What does it have? It doesn't matter to them. Sometimes I have one side with pickles and one side without, and I eat both.
So,
Ali, what is your sandwich order?
Also, one thing we forgot to mention: do you guys get 6 inches or footlongs?
6-inch.
6
6
inches.
inches.
I can't
Oh,
take
so I'm
all
the only
that, bro.
badass in this call. I'm the only badass in this call.
If you
Lachlan,
wanted a
just
6-inch,
because
would
you
you, like,
could
get, like, 3
just
inches of
because you could
pickles, 3
swallow
inches
more
without?
doesn't mean anything.
No, but it's like the 6 inch is too little, and then the footlong is too much. But then, like,
The foot.
if I'd rather
Hello.
have too little than too much, so I always
What I
get the
come back
footlong.
to? What I come back to?
Alright,
Lachlan,
yeah.
you telling me you're a big 6'4" man and you can't eat a foot long?
No, I always eat footlongs. That's the thing. Everyone else gets 6 inches.
Damn, you can't even give me the whole thing, Lachlan.
Anyways,
Hmm.
yeah.
Anyways,
My order.
Wait.
yeah.
Wait, did
Hey.
you actually all years only eat 6 inch?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, there's some. Wait.
I
Nah,
was
I think
saying.
I honestly thought Sharma would have taken more. Not gonna lie.
No. With this
Wow.
kind of
That's
shit,
real funny.
with the
Again,
kind
no.
of
That's
shit
real
Sharma
funny.
does, you cannot give Sharma a whole sandwich.
I have nothing to say. Ali, please let us know your order.
Yeah, okay. Oh my god. I'd be motivated, like, you'll understand. But yeah. So, the main one, the go-to one, that is get, like, at least once a week is, on the oat, seafood and lobster,
Ew.
lettuce, tomato, onion.
Okay,
Shut up and
He
Ew.
said, "I
talks.
like artificial crab."
Yes,
yeah.
I
This
do.
He
man
said I
going
like
to
artificial crab
Subway to
in my
get
And it's my
sandwich.
favorite thing
seafood.
from
Your
Subway
sandwich,
is the seafood.
your
What
sandwich
the
gonna,
fuck?
your
Like
sandwich gonna be
how?
cold. Like that's be
It's just
cold.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
put it in the
weird.
Yeah.
fridge to eat it later. I don't eat it like right
Ain't
away.
no way.
I take it and I
So
go home
Why?
and
on
put it
top
in the
of
fridge.
eating a 6 inch, you didn't even eat the damn thing. No wonder you're so skinny. God.
I
But
was saying, no wonder you don't eat weight. You gain
on
weight.
training days, when I need more protein, I just get tuna.
Ah. Ah.
Interesting.
Ah.
You're not gonna
Ah.
king shame me for, like, seafood from Subway.
Fish?
Don't do this to me.
It's not like honest exciting as like any of our choices, but it kind of just disappointing.
It's
Not
just
going to
the
lie.
weirdest one somehow.
Yeah,
It's
with
just
like
Yeah, like
disappointing.
tuna
Because
and then
who the
just like
fuck gets the seafood sandwich from Subway?
I do
Yeah.
every single time. And then yeah, lettuce, tomato,
oh,
onion, and mustard if I eat in tuna. And then
oh,
You eat tuna and mustard?
oh,
yeah,
What the fuck, Ali?
don't talk to me, daft pickles.
that make me wanna. Hey,
Okay,
no,
no. You cannot shame me for that.
I can handle Lachlan half pickles, right? Because pickles just kind of slap sometimes, but nah.
Yeah.
What's wrong with tuna and mustard, bruh?
Missionary is the only sex position Jonathan Ali knows.
Oh my god. And well, yeah,
Military for 3 minutes and that is it.
and water.
I mean, missionary. Oh
We can
god.
go back to talking about sandwiches. Oh,
And Waterloo, I
No.
would eat meatballs
Nah,
and
it was fine. It was fine. I was fine. I was mature. Everything was fine. And then
no, you
Lachlan
would.
just
You're
says
the worst
six
one.
inches,
you
and
would
I
not.
Yeah.
You
no.
would not
Lachlan just
mature.
says 6 inches, and I lose my mind.
You were not even mature before that.
Listen to me.
Why
I
is
was
someone
still
outside
No.
of my house?
But yeah, and then I'd Waterloo is just like meatball marinara, lettuce, tomato, onion, and like that's it.
Yeah, meatball marinara is the
Okay.
bomb.
Just a
Okay,
normal
good.
sandwich. Yeah,
Does it? Yeah, does he?
because I
Does he
don't
not
trust
just
buying
Guys,
seafood in Canada. I just don't.
hold on. There's a strange car outside of my house, so I'm just telling you guys this now. So if I get murdered, you will know.
Yeah, Lachlan, kill them.
If he gets murdered, not if he does murder.
Yeah.
That's a
Just,
big man. He can
I'm
handle
gonna just
himself.
mute myself a second, real quick.
Anyways, we
You
spent a
can
lot
show
of
me
time
no.
on the subway orders because y'all are horrible. So
Yo.
we'll skip
Yo,
Yo,
the
it's
fast food
Okay,
literally
tier
I
list then.
ordered
everybody.
seafood from Subway.
It's literally everybody that have some that
Like just some
off.
weird
Okay.
thing. Mine's not even weird. It's just something on the menu. Like yo,
It's
No.
Okay,
seafood.
but we can
It's-
all collectively agree that Sharma is the worst.
yeah,
No.
Yep.
yeah,
No.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
easily.
No.
I think I have a pretty normal sandwich besides putting toasties in it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, I
I don't think
I could just ask them to put the toasties to me.
my one was the most normal. Ali one was just
No,
too
no.
normal. You
Give
know,
me all the
No.
white
yours was
sauce,
too normal.
dog. Like
Yeah, that's not. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dylan, you
But
on
Okay,
call.
everything
was
white
just
You're
just
my
like,
tastes
you
father
better.
getting a
You're
drop
literally
home.
asking for mayonnaise 5 times.
Yeah.
Dylan, you're
Actually,
just
hold
like,
on.
you're
I
just
just
like,
realized I need to make this statement. If you get a sandwich and you don't put mayonnaise in it, it is not a sandwich.
Yeah.
That counts as mayonnaise. Is
disgusting.
No,
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 the
mayonnaise is
base
the
no.
best
the,
condiment.
the base for
Mayonnaise
all
is the best
white
condiment, no
sauces
cap.
is mayonnaise.
Yeah, see, I agree with Lachlan.
I mean, I do like ranch
See?
though. Ranch is good too.
Oh my god.
I like mayonnaise.
Y'all some weirdos.
Speaking of
Jeez.
weirdos, we'll skip the fast food tailors talk for next week, since I think we need more time for that.
Weird food combination.
Weird food combos.
I could go
Dillon.
first.
Oh,
No,
Dillon,
no,
go
you
ahead.
going last. You going last. You going last. You going last. Because you can't
Alright.
top yours.
Alright, Kael, what do you have?
Oh god, don't put me in this spotlight. It's Lachlan.
What was it?
What do you want?
Sharma.
more
I
people go to
do.
like fast
I
food places.
do have anything.
KL.
Yeah,
Okay.
I feel like
so like
this is the main one I go to. Oh, what?
no, go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, go.
All right, no, someone else go. Kael, go ahead.
Bro.
Okay. So
I'll
you know
make
the
up my
Brunswick
mind.
tunas, right? Oh, you know the Brunswick tunas?
Yes.
In the can?
Yeah. Yeah.
The flake in water? Yeah.
Is eat it just so?
No.
Oh.
I
would
do
take it
though.
out.
We have talked about
Yeah.
I just open up cans of tuna and eat them
Yeah.
just like that.
Are
Yeah.
you a cat? What going on with
People
I
you?
just
like
do that.
tuna.
What is you on?
I
What
like
is you
tuna.
on seafood?
Loudy
Okay.
man.
All right. Okay.
My favorite food combination is tuna and the garbage. I don't even eat it.
I
I
would-
just
I
put
would
it
disagree
outside
now.
and then wait for people to pick it up.
Lachlan is anti-fish.
Oh no, I'm not anti-fish. I'm just anti-tuna.
But yes, Kael, please continue.
Right. I would take it out, drain it, and I would put it in the pan. Then I would fry it up with ketchup and garlic sauce.
Ah,
And
No,
put
that
that
is
in,
just
put that in a sandwich
that's
and eat
disgusting.
it.
Yeah,
Pretty good,
gross, yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
that's disgusting.
Also,
Sharma.
since he mentions that, I have an attack. Actually, no, I'll save this for later. But I have an attack on all Chinese that I need to address.
Hey!
It's an issue I have with Chinese that I need to address, but I will wait until I hear all of you guys.
Sharma.
I don't really think I have anything special to say, to be
Should I
honest.
prepare? Oh, you damn Subway order.
That is not.
I think her Subway order is just her word food combination.
She peeked
It's
and
not
she
even a
order.
combi.
Right.
It's not even a combi. Anyways, whatever. Skip it.
Yeah, that's right, because I don't know what the fuck it is.
Can I like
Ali.
add on? Because like another one that I have besides just eating tuna raw like that is some like I don't know if it's that way, but like I can drink a milkshake with like anything. So whatever I'm eating, I would like drink a milkshake with it and be good.
Tea?
That's pretty
So I
normal,
just-
to be honest.
I just love milkshakes. Yes, tea in
Roti
comparison.
too?
I don't know about that,
Who doesn't love milkshake?
but like
Yeah, like
I can't think I would drink an milkshake and eating curry, bro. But I
Nah,
chicken
not
and
that way.
doubles, dog.
but like barbecue,
Nah, I could do that.
like
So then you're
barbecue,
lying.
burgers, wings. You know?
Yeah. Milkshake for everything.
Yeah.
Peanut punch 2.0.
No, like
Imagine
Oreo
drinking a peanut
milkshakes.
punch with a peanut punch.
What?
Please.
Sharma, what was your weird food combo?
I have none. I just said it. I don't have anything weird.
Lachlan?
right, then stay quiet when others talking.
Yeah, big people talking again.
Lachlan,
I
what
feel
did
like
you have?
okay. I feel like I
That
have
was
weirder
stupid,
than
man.
this, but it's like, you know how when people go to restaurants, they're like those people who will get like fries and a milkshake and then dip the fries in the milkshake.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ew.
I've
Yeah,
heard of that.
so,
It's
like,
not
have
that
you guys-
bad.
No. So
Pretty
one
good.
time I went to a restaurant, I went to like Chafette and I did that with like fries and the milkshake. And I was like, you know what? I have chicken in front of me.
Oh
And then
no,
I did
no,
chicken in the milkshake.
no. Mm-mm.
And it tasted really good.
Uh,
Alright.
And
I
I
think
would
you
do
have-
it again.
That's
I
still
think
not
you
as
have
bad as
Stockholm
Dillon's though.
syndrome.
That's still not
Yeah.
as
Oh,
bad as
Dillon?
Dillon's.
Dylan.
Please
Alright,
expose
so,
yourself, Dillon.
Lachlan,
Late on us.
Yeah,
Lachlan, you
Yes.
know how both of us agree that mayonnaise is the best condiment, right?
that is correct.
I eat pancakes with mayonnaise.
Oh,
my
no,
And
no,
ketchup.
I'm
Don't
sorry.
forget the ketchup.
No,
Don't
what
forget
the fuck?
ketchup.
No. Oh, wait, no. Yeah. Another one that I have is that
ketchup.
I will put gravy on anything.
Like chicken sauce.
Like pancakes?
No. But it's like if I'm eating foods and there's gravy available, I can put gravy on like anything on the plate.
What
like I'll
is
put gravy
gravy?
on like
It's
just like meat. Yeah.
it's like
It's a
meat
sauce.
drippings and milk and stuff.
Yeah.
It
Ew.
used to
Yeah, so I'll
be-
just like
No, it
milk.
tastes really good. Gravy is really good.
Yeah, gravy goes in
The
everything.
milk is
I
like
put gravy
cut
on my
down now.
salad sometimes.
It's not really milk though. It's more butter.
We
And
don't use
Yeah,
milk.
butter
for
when
and
I
it.
make a
flour.
roux with gravy, yeah, use a
And
roux.
yeah. Anyways, like I remember I invited this man Dillon to my house and we made pancakes. And
The
this man,
grandmother house.
my grandmother's house. My poor dear old grandmother. And
Rest
Dillon
in
decided
peace.
she's not dead.
She's not
Rest in
dead.
peace.
She's not dead. She just
She just had to deal with Dillon. But yeah.
yeah.
This man pulled out ketchup and mayonnaise to eat with the pancakes first thing in the morning. And I just watched in shock and horror. I was appalled. He has never been
Well,
back.
then you should now watch.
Wait,
I
he did
did.
that.
Oh,
He
wait,
did
no.
that multiple times.
No, he has never
He's
been
never
back to my
Peter
grandmother's
Pan.
house.
I never went back to she house. We just went for carnival once, and that was it.
Yeah, it's not like I didn't like not invite him because of the thing. It's just jump on the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's funny if we pretend that it was because of the pancakes.
Hmm.
Anyways,
Anyway, speaking of
Yeah, it
this,
was
I have an
weird.
attack on tranny culture
oh boy,
based
go ahead,
around
Lachlan.
this conversation. Why the fuck
Come
do
with-
you guys put ketchup on everything?
We
What are you
don't.
talking
No.
about?
We don't.
It's just
What the
Dillon.
fuck? I feel like
We don't.
no, it's not just
But
like
no,
it's like
I
pizza.
don't.
I'll be sitting down with people and like they'll put like ketchup on pizza and I'm just
Nah,
like,
I
why?
hate
Why the
that.
fuck are you
Oh,
doing
I
that?
I
hate that.
actually know.
I
I
hate
actually know the
I
reason
don't
for
do
that
that.
though.
That's
We learned the
Mario's.
reason. I know the reason for that. That is because the first pizza chain that came to Trinidad, before they built their location, that same location had a fried chicken place. And it was the same management. So they just switched over like the food and they left all the ketchup and stuff there. So people just thought, oh, we have to put ketchup on it because they put out ketchup. But they didn't really
What?
put out ketchup. So then people kept asking for the ketchup. So that's how it happened.
What?
That's like
no.
that's like
That's
the
so
Russian
stupid.
gas chamber experiment where they were like put on the gas and they got took off the gas and they were like give us more gas, like give us more ketchup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
But yeah,
that's what
ketchup
happened.
is a
But not
subpar condiment
all
and do not put it on everything.
I agree. Not all like pizza restaurants
It's just
give you
Mario's.
ketchup. It's kind of it's just Mario's. I think.
No, it's all of them actually.
Pizza Hut
Literally
No,
all of them.
too.
all of them.
I think
No,
Pizza does do it too.
Pizza Hut.
Domino's just have ketchup there.
Yeah,
Domino's just give you ketchup, and the ketchup just have 3 nozzles.
yeah. Domino's the one to bathe
whoa,
that thing in ketchup, like.
whoa.
Yeah. I
Man,
swear, I think I was eating
stylish.
pizza with like Alistair or something one time, and he pulls out ketchup, and
Not
it was the most
Alistair.
disgusting thing I ever saw.
Nah, alright. I have to call him out for that whenever I get a chance.
I can't remember if it was Alistair, but it was someone, and I hated it so much.
Hey, now you're a rockstar.
Anyways, Lachlan, do you want to go ahead and tell the Bible story? Well, still have some
Okay.
time.
Joseph.
And Kael, do you want
Yes.
to play chess while Lachlan tells the story?
Come
Of course
on.
he does.
Yeah,
All right.
Lego.
So, I will admit, because I was expecting to do this next week, I do not fully remember this story, but I will still tell it the best I can. Oh, did I close the tab? All right, it's fine.
No.
We move on. We move on.
Wikipedia.
So today's story is the story of Joseph and his siblings. And we're not talking about like the popular Joseph, like mainstream Joseph that like
Kael,
raised Jesus and stuff. We're talking
Yes.
about like
it's your
the
move.
Joseph that only the deep members of the Jesus fandom know about.
Jesus fandom.
Yeah, that's what they're called, the Jesus fandom. I am a part of the Jesus fandom, by the way. Don't hate. But anyway, so
I hate him.
basically, I'm biding time because I'm trying to like pull up the page again because somehow the
Don't buy
page.
time too much. We only have 7 minutes
Okay.
left for the hour.
Okay, so basically, the story as I remember it is that basically there was this man named Jacob, and Jacob had 2 wives, and he had children from both the wives. I believe he had about at least 10 children from his first wife Leah, and he had, I believe, just 1 child from his second wife Rachel. The reason he had 2 wives is also kind of ridiculous, but we will talk about that on a different time. Anyway, Jacob, he had 2 wives. He had 10 children from the 1 wife he didn't really care about, and then 1 child from the wife that he really loved. And then on top of that, Joseph had kind of like he apparently just used to like see the future or something, because he could have dreams, and his dreams would basically predict the future.
And yeah, they allowed him to like become more prosperous or something.
Yes, but like that's like later on the line in Joseph's life. We're still talking about like the early stages. So yeah, Joseph's siblings were like, yeah. So Joseph, he could like tell the future, and he saw a future where like all of his siblings like bowed down to him, and then they didn't like that, and of course because Joseph was Jacob's only child from the wife that he actually like cared about. He used to give Jacob special treatment, And as you would expect, all of his siblings just like, yeah, I don't like that. Why is he getting special treatment? So, of course, his siblings raised this to their father, and they all discussed this in a responsible manner. Just kidding, they decided to kill him. Um, so
As you do.
Jacob, yeah. So as you do when you're jealous of your sibling, you murder them. So
Yeah.
Joseph
Hold on, I come
and
from
his
my back right
17
now.
year old that, yeah. So like the whole thing was that Joseph had like this coat that his mother made him, and he was like all happy with like his coat because it was colorful and stuff. And then they were all like, "Yeah, so we're gonna kill him." But instead of killing him, one of his brothers, who didn't really want to murder his brother, was like, "How about we just trap him in a hole?" And then they're like, "Yes, we'll trap him in a hole instead." So they trap him in a hole, and then the brother's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go rescue him." But before they can go, they see like this guy nearby, and it's like an Egyptian slave trader. And then so they go to the slave trader, and they're just like, "Yo, do you want like a free slave? Do you want like to take our brother or something? I don't know. We just like say we just had a guy in a hole for you to like take into slavery." And then the guy's like, "I would be interested in that." And yeah. So yeah, they I guess made the exchange. Joseph got sold to slavery, and then he got carried off to Egypt. And then they took his coat of many colors, and then they were just like they covered it in like goat's blood, and they're just like, "Hey, Dad, Joseph died. It kind of sucks. Anyway, what's for dinner?" And like that's the story.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Nice.
I mean, there's more. They met him again years down the line. It's less interesting. Long story short, he moved to Egypt. He got accused of rape. He had a few more dreams. He had a few more dreams. He basically became the right hand man of the pharaoh after being imprisoned. And then because of him, Egypt had a lot of food because he had a dream that was like Egypt's gonna have like 7 years of prosper and then 7 years of like famine. So then they saved up during the 7 years of prosper, and then they had a bunch of food during the years of famine. And then Joseph's brothers came back and they were just like, "Hi, we need food." And then Joseph was there, and they're just like, "Oh shit, we sold you into slavery." And he's like, "Yeah." And then he gave them food, and all was good.
Nice. Love a happy ending. Is that a speed
Good
Kael
for you.
interest?
Good for you. Good for you.
Kael, what happened there? Why
It's
did you
all
plug
about
Nah, I give up.
that?
I didn't want to like have to move my pawns all the time. I was sad.
Alright. Excellent story, Lachlan. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyways,
Good story.
yeah, about 3 minutes left, so I'll leave this up to you all. Do you want to talk about the private beach story or about our next year improvement goals?
I think improvement goals is a shorter topic. Although no, that gets pretty personal. I don't know what the
Yeah, let's
private
just
beach
go with the
story is
private
though.
beach then. Yeah, we'll just cover that.
Yeah.
Basically,
You cannot own a beach.
well, let me tell the story first. So God.
Okay. Um,
But yeah, what happened was there was, a big party, a big beach party in I forget which beach it was. Was it Eastern? Not, I'm not sure. And you know, it was like filmed, like ending up on social media, and there's this big hullabaloo about it, and it was very clearly illegal according to the new legislation that they did for COVID era. And yeah, like what they were saying was the police. They said we can't arrest anybody here. We don't know where they are, and that sets a really bad precedent because they broke up a
yeah.
Zessin party in like I forgot where that was, but yeah. And basically, how the public is viewing it is that the what was that like they're going after like lower class citizens instead of going after these white people at their private beach or whatever. And then yeah, this crazy white lady went on Instagram, I think it was, and made this big rant about how I own this beach as my private property, even though it is legally impossible for her to own that
Mm-hmm.
beach. And then the police were like, okay, we're going to search for this person and arrest them. And within an instant, everybody found out who she was because she's posting about it on social media. So like everybody knows her name. Everybody knows who
Yeah.
she is.
Yep. They take way too long to find her.
They didn't find her yet,
No,
did
they
they?
found her, and then they took her laptop, and then her father's a lawyer, and he insult Terrence Yell, saying and all kind of shit, and then he come back the next day and he was like,
Yeah.
I apologize for my statements. I was acting in the capacity of a father, but as a lawyer, you had a charge sheet. And that's it.
Yeah.
I said the shippies as well.
So basically, police, they fumbled this entire mess, and yeah. What do y'all think
I
about
mean,
that?
that always happens. It's just that it's something that everyone saw, so you cannot possibly like ignore this. But it's something that has always happened because they treat lower class citizens like garbage, and then act like the rich people is like he can't do anything to rich people. He cannot do anything.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It was all a mess. Y'all have anything else to say about it?
I hate
Just
white people.
fuck entitled white people. Some of you guys are cool, but fuck the entitled ones.
I don't even sure if she's white, actually. I might say.
She's not
Yeah.
white. She's just a
Oh, that's
white
weird.
Trinidadian.
Okay.
She's Trinidadian, but she's just rich, which is basically white.
Yeah, I don't like
I
her.
mean,
What ethnicity is she?
Probably Indian.
I think
She
Yeah, that
looks
was my
a
next
face
thought.
Indian.
is racism, and I think a lot of it has to do with colorism as well.
Hmm.
Dark-skinned people in Trinidad are generally treated worse.
Yes, sir.
I mean, yeah, that's figured. That's
Cause
kind of
like
the case everywhere.
I can experience that in my family because I'm like the darkest person in my family, and you could tell. Because my older cousins, they're light skinned, but they just disrespect everybody. And I can't come out of line once because my family would be like, "Oh, so you want to kill all of us?"
What?
Like, hello, I was just talking, but you die me.
Nice.
Hmm.
Dillon, you have anything?
No. Yeah, kind of sum it up.
Nice.
Yeah, dark
Which I hate
skinned
to admit.
Indians.
Any other any other general closing remarks before we head off?
Yeah, don't be racist.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Congrats, Barbados.
Grass Barbados.
Congrats.
Congrats, Barbados.
Also,
Pancakes
Barbados,
are
fuck
made.
Barbados.
Tastes
capitalism.
good.
No.
Yeah.
No, no.
Fuck capitalism and fuck British people.
Tried once.
Yeah.
Try not Subway. It's not that bad.
Yeah.
Anyways, alright. Three,
Also,
two,
never
one.
let Sharma in another subway establishment again.
You mind your business. Mind your business.
Two. Oh.
Fellas.
Alright, good night.